Good morning, FGC. What's going on, man? Red K hanging out with you, and I am Joan with the coach today.
CADA Shadow Show, what's going on?
You are getting better at that. You know that? I just want to say, it was a little rough at first when we were recording, but you're right on the ball now.
It takes like 5 to 10 minutes for me to actually get it done.
All right, so today, Screen Rant. I enjoy their stuff. Some of the videos I enjoy when they do like the Marvel Avengers stuff and everything. But Screen Rant went on ahead and counted down the top 10 fighting games of all time. Now, in my head, I was thinking, what the fuck does Screen Rant know about fighting games, right?
That's a good question.
I mean, but I kind of peeked at the list. I don't know what number one is, but we're going to get into it right now. And I think what we should do is first we'll go down the list, right? Mm-hmm. Then we'll go back up the list and we'll talk about the validity of the game and does it need to be higher or lower on the list.
Okay.
All right, here we are. So we're at Screen Rant. This is the best fighting games of all time according to Screen Rant. At number 10, we have Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Okay.
All right. Number 9, a classic, Capcom vs. SNK 2.
Oh, that right there could be debatable, but okay.
Let's wait for it. Street Fighter 2, I'm guessing they didn't want to put like Street Fighter 2 Turbo Super Plus Omega, like all the 15 different ones that came out. So
we'll give them we'll give them a pass for that one, yeah.
Yeah. MK11 at number 7.
Okay, I can somewhat agree with that.
The original Mortal Kombat at number 6.
Okay, no.
we're going through it, and then we're gonna come back to it. All right.
All right.
MKX at number 5. Tekken 3 at number 4.
Oh boy.
Smash Brothers Melee at number 3. Assuming that we're saying that Super Smash Brothers, which is a fighting game, is a fighting game.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2 New Age of Heroes at number 2. If that's a number, I mean, that seems about where it should be, if not 1, in my opinion. But and Street Fighter Third Strike at number 1.
Okay. All right.
All right. Let's go back. Let's go back up through this list. Let's go back to the top. We'll go back to the top. So at number 10, we had Smash Brothers Ultimate. I believe that this game deserves to be in the top 10.
I agree. And I'm not going to say that it doesn't need to be. So I'll agree 100% that in the top 10, yeah, you could put Ultimate in there somewhere. As for number 10, that could be somewhat debatable. I mean, it could probably be a little bit higher.
Yeah, I think that it is the most polished Smash Brothers game, and everybody's in there, and it's good. So I think a little bit low on my personal list, but I think that it's one of the best-selling fighting games of all time. So
Agreed.
Just on that fact alone, it's got to be in there. It's pretty much sold the Switch.
Right. Exactly. Right. That's the reason why that console was so popular, was because of that game itself.
That and the Mario Kart, I guess.
So, of course, Mario Kart.
So it says best fighting game selling of all time, even though the people who made the game said it's not a fighting game. We're not even gonna go through that, right?
Yeah, we're not gonna go through that. Too much work to sit there and go through that process.
It says ultimate variety of characters. I mean, the game pretty much speaks for itself.
Right.
Capcom versus SNK 2.
Debatable, because they're not naming anything. They didn't mention anything of these fighting games that should be, current. Because if you really want to be specific, number 9, where's Dragon Ball FighterZ at?
Let's get to the ones that's on the list first, and then we'll say does it belong to be on the list, and then how high?
I agree that it should be on there, but as for number 9, that is very debatable. I would say I would put that one maybe at 10. Even though it's a great fighting game, it's based upon the age is where I'm coming from.
Okay, I mean, I get what you're saying. I mean, but for This Is the True Love We're Making Along, I'm going to give it at least number 6.
Okay.
This is the true love we're making. This is the true love.
I would give it about a 10.
And it had the thing that I liked about Capcom versus SNK 2, because Capcom versus SNK 1 was trash, and I don't care what anybody says about that game. Even though it did have Violent Ken, I miss me some Love me some Violent Ken. But the can you see the the Ryu and Ryu right here?
They look so bland. Dear gosh, the artwork looks so bad.
Okay, so anyways, I think that because this is the only game of its kind in the sense that every gauge system from every game you could pick. You could pick a SNK gauge system and play it with a Capcom person, and that was pretty much the pull to the game. So you just could do like just the craziest combos, and it's still being played competitively to this day. Balanced, I wouldn't say, but at least number 6 in my book.
Yeah,
deserves to be on the list for its uniqueness.
Oh yes.
And then arcade. That's the name. In arcade, it's the mainstay, right?
It's still in the main queue.
All right, Street Fighter 2
deserves
to be on the list.
I say it deserves to be on the list. It's a classic. That's where fighting games became. That was like the main game of.
This is the beginning of fighting games.
Yes, that was literally the starter for fighting games. We can't talk about Street Fighter 1 because, well, yeah. It was basically a start over button for Street Fighter 2, and then they came back strong. So you got to give it that.
It definitely deserves to be on the list. It's a classic. It is what made fighting games what
it is today.
Yeah, I mean, for the respect of, I mean, how many times did you buy the game?
Several. I can't count.
Yeah, I bought the HD remake when it came out on 360.
Oh yeah, same here.
I think there's another one that came out too, but yeah, deserves to be on the list. Higher, I don't know where higher, but okay, but higher.
It'll be up there.
Yeah, only because it's Street Fighter.
Oh yeah.
All right, MK11.
Yes, it does need to be on there.
Deserves to be in the top 10.
Yes, I agree. It does need to be on there. There's nothing bad about that game.
No. But
as for the graphics, it was very powerful, and the storyline, perfect.
Okay, so, for the storyline alone, it's the best fighting game story ever, right?
Yes.
Agreed upon that. You're kind of selling me. My only thing is like, and as we'll get down to the list, I don't think we need 2 current MKs on this list.
Not 2, no.
So like if you go down and look, let's cheat up a little bit. MK11 is number 7, and MKX is number 5. I would say that if I was making a managerial decision, I would take MK11 off and leave MKX on.
See, we can disagree on that one because I wasn't a very huge fan of MKX. But
the run button.
Everybody loved the run button, but me personally, I barely used it because I was too busy stuffing people. The only time I used the run button was for combos.
I mean, that's what made it. Like I said, as far as what the thing you said about MK11, as far as like graphics to another level, story mode to another level, gameplay, I would say by slowing it down, kind of made me initially, especially, lose a little bit of like, for the game. I had to get used to the slower pace.
I'm a fan of footsie, so I didn't mind it at all.
I mean, but they had footsies in MKX. It was just quicker.
No, that was more like Marvel style buttons.
You know what? I'm seeing some congruency in how you're thinking, because think about KOF right now.
Yeah, KOF is very wild. It's fast, but not too fast compared to other KOF games. But
MKX, I would have Mortal Kombat 11 at, if Mortal Kombat. I don't think MK11 is in the top 10 of fighting games of all time. I think MKX could take its spot, and like we would put it MK11 like not because of how the game is, but just because I don't think you deserve 2 MKs in this. I don't think you need 2 current MKs, like current style MKs in this list. Because like
I mentioned, the way that I would put it down based upon character selection and also, story and based And of course, the more gruesome it looks graphic wise, I'm gonna have to give it MK11.
Yeah.
Now, as for play style, maybe MKX because it was faster.
Yeah. I mean, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I think having 2 current MKs is taking up a spot on the list that could go to a Dragon Ball or something like that. You know what I mean? Mortal Kombat, much like Street Fighter, one of the OGs of fighting games, period, right?
It's what started it. Yep.
So, I mean, and you can tell this is like the arcade or the Sega because it's blood, you know what I'm saying? Instead of like, I don't know if you had a Super Nintendo version where like sweat would come off if you would hit them
I remember
or whatever,
that.
and the blood was like blue or something like that. Unless you were fighting Reptile. Reptile had green blood, so I guess that was okay or something.
They allowed it, yeah.
Mortal Kombat, definitely. Okay. So what's next on the list? MKX. Okay, so I say MK11 could get off this. Of course, you would say MK11. I mean, would stay. Well, what the number 5 spot? Would you put MK11 at the number 5 spot? And if so, what would you replace at the number 7?
I would put it at 8. And if I was to replace MKX with a fighting game, it would have to be the King of Fighters series, especially 13.
Yeah. I didn't even realize that wasn't here. Yeah. Just for the best pixel drawings ever, and the hardest fucking combos you've ever done in your life.
Of all existence.
I could not stand that shit. Oh my gosh.
But when you landed them, it just felt so good.
And then like it wasn't recorded, or you did light instead of heavy at the end, and you had to do it all over again. The combos were so long, you literally had to fucking like go scroll to another page to get the fucking. It's stupid. Okay.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
All right, so at number 4, we got Tekken 3.
Yeah, I have to disagree. It would have, if you're gonna pick Tekken, it would be Tekken 5. Tekken 3 could be taken right out.
So it's Tekken 5 before or after tag team?
It's Tekken 1, Tekken 2, Tekken 3, Tekken Tag, then Tekken 4.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I it's putting. But wasn't this the first game that Jin was in?
Yes. Jin was introduced. So was no, what the heck is his name? Ogre. Yeah.
Okay. I would say Tekken 5 for gameplay. I would say Tekken 3 for story. How about that?
The story was not bad.
Yeah, the storyline was pretty okay, right? But yeah, I'm agreeing with you. I would have it at number 4. I would have it number 4.
Yeah.
I think Tekken should be there.